Hi vlog, today is September 6th. I just got back from the Phillips Collection in DC. I decided to look at the migration series for my project 1. I was really drawn to panel 22 because of its symbols. There were like a lot of shackles and it seemed like the migrants were kind of looking off longingly into clear blue sky, but I mean they were physically restrained in these shackles from getting there. So I don't know, I was really drawn to that. After coming back to campus and reflecting a little bit, I kind of realized I sort of failed to view this art with an unmystified eye. So part of Project 1 was reading John Berger's Ways of Seeing, in which he claims that our experiences and preconceived notions affect how we interpret art, which I think is a very accurate point. But he also tries to tell the viewers to look at art without the veil of mystification in order to gain like a true understanding of the artist's intention and the meaning, which I think sounds nice, but I don't think it's 100% like possible to forget about past experiences and interpret art without using any sense of knowledge on symbolism or historical context or experiential knowledge. But that's just my humble opinion. I'm gonna go head over to HFSC and get started on writing my first real college paper for Writing 015.
Hi vlog, today is September 17th. In class today we did our second peer review, so it was the complete draft of Project 1. My partner was a kid named Palmer, so for his recreation of an original piece of art, which was just like a portrait of Barack Obama, he added like a Nike campaign slogan and connected it to the Colin Kaepernick free speech movement, which I thought was such a creative idea. Like when I was first reading his paper, I was thinking like, how is he gonna make this more creative? It was just so cool to see like how my fellow classmates are so creative and so smart. So that was a really fun time for me to read his paper. So he's on the football team, so it's obviously very, very relevant for him. He had some great suggestions for me as well to improve my paper. Like I said in my last vlog, I kind of felt like I failed to like look at my piece of art without mystification, but he felt the same way when he was doing his project. So it was nice to know that like other people were feeling this way, and he even encouraged me. He was like, don't be afraid to just say that you feel like you failed, because it's a different interpretation of the project, and also it's not like I failed to write it. I just failed to listen to Berger, which is okay, because I mean, it's all part of the experience of like finding my own opinions and disagreeing with some established writers. So it was a really, really good peer review experience. So yeah.
Hi vlog, today is Tuesday, October 9th. In class we've been reading a lot of different styles of biographies, preparing for Project 2. So the most interesting ones that we've read, in my opinion, are The Dead Book. It's similar to A Voyage of a Sable Venus and Celia a Slave in terms of the subject content, which I think is really cool. They all have different ways of telling a similar story but have different formats of doing so, which I thought was really cool. So anyway, Hartman in The Dead Book gives 12 different perspectives throughout her story, and then reading this and then The Sable of Venus, like you contrast the two over this style, where one uses different perspectives, and the other one gives like blunt fragments that don't really have a perspective. Both of them, like the way that they're formatted, just give a different dimension to the story. So reading all three of them together just gives kind of a different overview, which is really, really cool. When I first read this Sable Venus poem, I really had no idea what it was saying. I had to really rely on my other classmates and Dr. Hartman, to give like their interpretation so I could comprehend it, because it was a really fragmented biography. But meeting with my peers was a really clarifying experience, so that was awesome. But moving forward for Project 2, I'm super excited. I think that Chinua Achebe, who I'm doing my biography on, is such a cool person, so I'm really excited and hope I can give an in-depth and deep insight into his life.
Hi vlog, today is October 11th. I just got back from Lao
I hate Lao. So I just finished up doing some research on Chinua Achebe for Project 3. It was really helpful to take into consideration all the resources that Georgetown has to offer. That field trip that we took to Lao 1 was awesome because I had no idea that like Hoya search was really a thing because I'm a freshman, what do I know? So it was really helpful to go and use the interloan system. I actually requested 3 books, so that will be exciting when they come in. So I'm just got back from practice, and so I'm gonna start doing some more research and start writing a paper.
Hi vlog, today is October 17th. I just got back from office hours with Dr. H. I wanted to meet with her about the formatting of my biography for Project 2 because it was confusing for my peer reviewer, it was confusing for me, and it was confusing for Dr. H, so so I just wanted to get some suggestions, and she gave me some really good ones. She kind of went in and when I started the document, I had copied and pasted from like a bit obituary, so it made all the spacing really weird. So she went in and changed it in 2 seconds, which was awesome. And so then she also gave me some final thoughts and revisions to add some different fragments to give a more comprehensive look on his life. So I'm going to go to the Athletic Center, make those formatting changes, and start doing some more research on the fragments that I need to add. So yeah.
Hi vlog, today is November 1st. In class today we watched a really interesting video by Sir Ken Robinson on changing educational paradigms. So it was kind of like a TED Talk style speech, and then it was animated, like it was drawn in a Draw My Life kind of style, which was really, really cool to watch. So it really played to the rhetorical appeal of logos, which is one of the 3 rhetorical appeals that we are using for our Project 3. So this element in the video was so persuasive. And I was really captivated by every single word he was saying, and the images and the drawings that went along with it definitely added to that. They were very, very useful. But there was a point when he said that the instances of ADHD has risen with the use of standardized testing, and he was implying that there was some sort of correlation, but I mean, if you've taken any science class, every teacher will tell you that correlation does not mean causation. So while watching his arguments and watching the animated drawings that went along with them, it was easy to accept his arguments without any second thought. But if you were to actually listen to what he was saying, you have to like really question it. So I can see why we watched this video for Project 3, because it's super relevant when using rhetorical appeals and how useful they can be. Hi vlog, today is November 19th. I just got back from office hours with Dr. H. I just presented my Project 3 public document on Thursday, so I just had some clarifying questions. For this project, I'm writing an FBI internal memo immediately following the Alcatraz prison escape. And then for my public document, I'm writing a newspaper article. So for my peer review, Michael was my partner. He mentioned that a few of some information in the newspaper article might be classified to the public, so I just wanted to go over with Dr. H and make sure that I wasn't giving any information that was wrong, if that makes sense. So when writing both of my documents, I was using information from a FBI case vault that they have online. And so some of the information probably was classified and then was declassified, and I just still used it in my public document. But meeting with Dr. H, she said that it was totally okay to do that, and that it's not completely accurate in terms of the information that's in my document, as long as it's just I use rhetorical appeals in the appropriate language. So that was super helpful. So moving forward, I plan on keeping with the same information that I have in both documents. I definitely have to fine-tune some word choice and use some more jargon, logos, to best appeal to the audience that I'm writing for. All the comments in class were so great. They were so helpful. Just little things adding the sense on how much the newspaper costs, just reformatting a few things. It was really helpful. I think this is my favorite project by far because I want to be an FBI agent, so this is allowing me to kind of look into something that really interests me. So yeah, I'm going to continue working on that. It is due in a few days, so I have to finish it. So yeah.